business ideology. What is it? What is kingdom business ideology? That's what we're going to talk about today, y'all. So as we come to you, we're coming to you from 2 Timothy 3:16, reading from the EZ version. It says, all scripture is breathed out by God and profitable for teaching, for reproof, for correction, and for training in righteousness. So that means, guess what? You can use biblical principles in the Bible to be the basics for building your business. So as you come on today, I want you to say hello so we can say hello back to you. Let us know what your plans are for the year, what you're going to be looking at in terms of your business, what you want to happen. Where you at? Are you in the beginning stage? You're at the end stage? Like, let us know exactly where you're at in your business journey. And make sure that you mark on your calendar to join every Thursday at noon as we come to you with this Kingdom Business series. And today, y'all, we're talking about Kingdom Business ideology, if I can talk today. So in today's workshop, you're going to discover so many different things. I want to thank you guys for joining us today for another irresistible message from our Kingdom Business Workshop series that's provided this academy. You can go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com to learn more about our global organization. And I'm your host, Cathy McReynolds, and our goal is to help you all build a business around your gift, your talent, your skill, and so that you can be about your Father's business and also have that time freedom, debt freedom, and financial freedom. So if that's important to you, let us know in the comments. Like, yes, I want to make that happen. So guys, our goal is to transform entrepreneurs into kingdom leaders with the sole purpose of growing the kingdom and fulfilling God's original purpose. And we believe that this message today will equip you to grow in your faith and finances while advancing your life and business as you discover it and pursue it with passion. Now, if you're watching us on Instagram, we also have the slideshow that you can see on YouTube, so you can head over there as well. But in today's workshop, we're going to talk about Kingdom Business Ideology. It's a system that will provide you with essential tools and strategies for you to be able to start or grow a successful business. You can expect to gain practical information that you can apply and also use to instruct your team on how to use it successfully. When you look at Kingdom Business ideology, it is a set of principles and overall framework for individuals, for entrepreneurs, and business, so that it allows you to prioritize and align to God's word as the ultimate authority and guide in all of your business decisions and practice. So you remember that scripture I read, that's what it taught. You can use it for teaching. And that's the same thing when it comes to building your business. As you have to teach your staff, you have to teach your team, and you can use what we're sharing with you today to make that happen. It is designed to help business owners shift their focus mindset from me to we. We always say never use me, my, or I, always use they. Right? So we want you to see how we're going to share with you how to provide necessary foundational knowledge that can be applied directly to the life of yourself as an inspiring or either current entrepreneur. As we uncover these things, we're going to share with you our view of the economic opportunities, the wealth and success in a whole new light. This is something, like as we're taking this here, guys, we want this to be something completely different from you, looking at things in a new way, because it's a new way. You got to look at it in a new way, all while guarding against overindulgence and individualistic greed, as well as biblical teachings on money management and entrepreneurship, practical exercise to apply principles within your own business, and tools that you'll need for creating financial statements and budgets tailored for faith-based businesses. Those are all the things that are involved in Kingdom Business ideology, and we'll get into deep details about that as we go on. The other benefits that you'll gain is a deeper understanding how wealth creation and money management works through a biblical lens, and be able to let go of the lies that keep you stuck in that rat race by discovering your true purpose through Jesus Christ and become an impactful leader with wisdom, insight, and strategies rooted in reliable Christian teachings. I also want you to stick around to the end because I'm going to share with you how you can get a free gift sent right to your door. And we're also going to talk to you about our programs and how we can help you grow your business. If this is your first time tuning in, again, my name is Cathy McReynolds. I'm from Akron, Ohio. I actually live in the Washington, D.C. area now. And I always joke and say I grew up shy, sheltered, in church basically 6 days a week because it's the truth. And that's what happened. But I share that with you because a lot of people who want to get in the business or they want to come on and get their business online, they always say, I'm shy, I can't do this. And I totally get it because that's me by nature. But when God gives you this vision and your purpose, he's going to make room for it. You just have to be willing to do what it takes in order to make it happen. Introvert, y'all, love to win, author, international coach and trainer, and I'll share books and stuff with you that you can get a hold of. Auntie the Mini, licensed financial advisor. I've made and lost 6 figures in several businesses, and we're always forever evolving and growing. So no matter where you're at, what your background is, you can make this happen. You can get a copy of Bible Business Secrets on Amazon, or you can go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com and pick up a copy there. And if our planner is also available on Amazon, go to believeandgrowrich.org and have yourself a copy there. We also have a Genesis Digital Academy where you can go online and be able to learn all the aspects of starting, growing, and building your business and the marketing and everything online, whether you're looking to do a course, a consultant business, or a product. Genesis Digital Academy will walk you through each of those steps, and we also have live sessions where we can help you with that. So grab your pen, grab your paper, your favorite beverage. I got my little Bible Business Academy mug right here with my water bottle. So let me go ahead and open this before we get started. Give you a chance to grab your pens and also hit that share button. Guys, don't forget, you're commenting right now on your comments, but I guarantee you this will come back to the end or during the replay and take a look at those and answer that. So what is kingdom business ideology? Kingdom business ideology is a concept of building a business based on the teachings of Jesus in the Bible. It focuses on the importance of spreading his message and giving back to the kingdom community. And this type of strategy encourages the use of ethical practice, honest dealings, and a transparency within business. I mean, like right there, you should be all in just on that. It also stresses the importance of investing in workers and helping one another to create a strong foundation for everyone involved. And that's the key ticket right there. You want to make sure that you are not just building something for yourself, but for your teammates and people working with you, and all, especially the clients that you will be serving. The kingdom business ideology is a mission to restore the true mission of Jesus and promote the most critical message throughout the earth, the kingdom message. That is the most critical one. That's the only one that he talked about, and somewhere along the way, everyone got off path, but we want to help bring that back. And by counteracting misunderstanding and educating people on Jesus' purpose, we want to use entrepreneurs, the same people that he used as his disciples, to help you all get this message out there. And this ideology seeks to accurately reflect history and complete individual spiritual journeys as well. The kingdom business ideology is an approach to understanding scripture that emphasizes the importance of learning and applying biblical truths to your life and business. And this workshop series that we do on Thursday, it is designed to provide guidance and support for those who have undertaken formal Bible studies, yet may still lack a full understanding and appreciation of the truth. Unless you're getting the truth from the word and from the word and the word and the word is not the truth. And unfortunately, a lot of people take their own ideas and opinions and they put it in there. And so that's why our goal is to go straight to the word and focus on what it says as we build our businesses and lifestyle. The goal is also to help our participants gain a fuller grasp of the teachings of the Bible so they can effectively live out God's will in their everyday life and also in their business. So, what was the main message? The main message that Jesus preached was the kingdom of heaven. And this ideology is vitally important for us to reconnect with, understand, and embrace. Let me repeat that. It is vitally important for us to reconnect with it, understand it, and embrace it. The kingdom message that he taught must be the starting point for anyone wanting to build and expand their business according to biblical principles. So if you're like, where do I start? Start in the word, start in the four gospels, start with what Jesus told us to do, right? What's most important, you might be asking yourself. When you look at the foundation and emphasize the importance of the ideology over theology and philosophy, that's the key right there. You got to look at exactly what the word says. And so guess what? That might mean you have to do some extra studying, that you have original the Hebrew and the Greek language went because words change, over the time and over the history. Like I remember growing up when ain't wasn't in the dictionary. Now ain't is in the dictionary. And if I go, what's up, cuz, that like some cuz and cousin are two different things. So words are always changing. So as people interpret stuff, you want to make sure that you always go back and know what the true meaning of everything is. And by focusing first on this foundation, on the kingdom foundation, we strive to create a space for entrepreneurs that prioritize both spiritual growth and business success. And we believe that in order to build successful companies, founders must be first rooted in ideology, understanding of their purpose and their mission. That is the key right there. And this is an important foundational component that a lot of people skip out on, and we definitely don't want that to happen to you. When you look at the kingdom business ideology teaching, it is an important foundational component in learning and educating, as well as building a successful business. Just like the scripture I talked about, learning, training, like you can use the Bible for everything, and especially when you want to build a lifestyle that people will be peering into from your business. You want to make sure you're doing it the right way. This is because, you can go to a university and often they'll do courses on ideology or understanding the concept of it, or how it's essential when it comes to establishing a successful business, but they don't get down into the nitty gritty of it. I always say, no one who's never ran a business can't teach me how to run a business, right? And that's the unfortunate part. When you go to school and you pay for college to do a lot of these things and learn business, learn about the word, you're learning business from someone who learned it from a textbook. And I've been in business for 30 years, with the exception of 1 year. Out of those 30 years, I've worked for myself. And there's so many things that you just can't even put in a textbook that happens that you need to understand. And 99% of it, y'all, is mental. All the other stuff we can teach people, we can help them with, but you have to, I always tell people, if you can't get your mind right, you'll never get your money right or your mission right. And this workshop aims to equip participants with the knowledge and skills necessary to be successful in all of their future endeavors. So let's look at ideologies and principles. And our understanding of kingdom business, we're covering the foundational ideologies and principles found in the scripture. We look to view the Bible as a document that contains ideology content that can help lead us in this process. And our goal for these ideas, grasping their power and potential for informing our work in kingdom-centered business. That was the most important part of our research as we prepared for this workshop, and we want to deliver it to you today. We also identify the importance of the ideas. See, when you're talking about the kingdom business ideology, we must make sure to identify the importance of ideas. Ideas. I'm going to say that 3 more times. Ideas. It is so important. And it's the priority of God's kingdom as an idea that Jesus communicated. I mean, you go back to Genesis and how he, had the thought of, and when I say he, y'all, I always have to say this, when you go back to the original Greek and Hebrew content of the word he, it is not he or she or as in a gender. It is, he was just how it was described in that. Okay, so I just want to make sure we understand that. So, but when compared with the modern church concept and ideology, we seek to apply this kingdom business considering prophetic fulfillment through the scripture. It is important to also note that the Bible represents God's ideas and thought process, therefore making it a point to understand biblical literature from that perspective is very, very important. We have to dive into where he's at and what he was thinking. So let's look at, if you go back to the 20th century, it says in the 20th century, they saw a growing clash between the ideas of Jesus and those in modern society. And then in the 21st century, with the internet, it drastically altered the way that the contemporary culture approach to commerce. And so that's where we're at today, that a lot of people who want to build a business, they're doing it online. And a lot of people who didn't have the opportunity to even grow like that, they now have that opportunity. So we always say, instead of being a neighborhood business owner, you can go around the world. So today, when you're examining this difference, it can help companies today better understand how kingdom business works and how it can be applied in practical terms to their own business operations. Like when we do this event here for you today, it's going to over 20 different countries, and it's constantly growing. So that's the opportunity that you have to be able to make a global impact. And this shift has implications for how business choose to operate and how churches view their roles within society. And our goal is to explore this ideology and provide practical applications of it for businesses so that they can be more successful and are better at serving the greater good, because that's what we're here for, right? We're not here for ourselves. We're here to serve the greater good. So when you look at the biblical truth, it will always trump any personal ideas. And that's the heart, especially when you're, in a public arena and also a private arena. But biblical truths trump any personal ideas. If you're a citizen of the kingdom, then you have to always look at, what does the word say? The word says it, then that's it, regardless of what I think, what my thoughts are. You have to say, biblical truth trumps any personal idea. And so that means that fearless meditation of the practical application of kingdom business ideology can enhance your study greatly. So you got to study, right? The word says study to show yourself approved. So how often are you studying to show yourself approved, right? Whenever we read, watch, or listen to something of a theology nature, we are often tempted to filter in words through our own preconceived ideas and make it say what we want it to say rather than letting the words in the Bible speak for themselves. This practice of interpretation is very risky and has led to many faulty theologies in our times. Even back in the word, it says, many get up and they try to talk and share and have their own words to look good, feel good, and all of that stuff. But just go to the word. Let the word be the final say so in everything. And this is always the key to remember. The biblical truth should always trump any personal ideas. Is that making sense? Let me know in the comments what you are getting out of this so far. So when you take in this information that we will reveal on the ideas of God from the Old Testament, Jesus from the New Testaments, and the kingdom of heaven, this kingdom ideology serves as the fundamental theology perspective for both Jesus and the Bible. It encompasses a range of topics such as the four gospels of Jesus and what it means to live out these teachings in everyday life and as a kingdom business owner. All of that's important. But I'm going to throw out this warning. Don't let your ideas become an obstacle. See, when it comes to understanding the gospel of Jesus, it's important that we remember that our thoughts and our opinions should not be imposed on God's world. The primary content of the four gospels is the ideology of God's kingdom, and this must be kept in mind when interpreting his message. We cannot let our own ideas become an obstacle in our faith and business journey. If we do so, we may fall into a trap of erroneous thinking, and we don't want that to happen. Thus, we must ensure that when we're interpreting biblical text, our perspective is always aligned with God's word as much as possible. Even Paul warns against the ideas that do not honor God. Paul opens up his letter to the Colossian church with positivity and encouragement, letting them know that they possess all it takes to remain true to faith. And that's the same for you. You have everything already in you to become who you were born to be able to create your lifestyle, your business, and to help people to see your life and make it into the kingdom. He had heard from his protege, Ephraim, about their situation and spiritual battles they would likely have to face against ungodly philosophies influenced by outsiders. No different than today. Everybody has an opinion, and there's so many of them coming in. And see, these ideas back then were rooted in demons and included components of Jewish mystic Greek philosophies, apocalyptics, Hinduism, and atheism. Okay, that was a mouthful. I'm sure I messed up a whole bunch of those. But Paul wished to bolster the Colossians' confidence that God's election of them was genuine and that he was ready to provide divine assistance for any challenge. So I share that with you because no matter what you're going through, no matter what challenge you're facing, no matter who's against what you're sharing, you will have divine assistance for any challenges. He will prepare you. If he gave you that gift, he's going to give you the provisions to make that gift happen. Thus, with the assurance of love for them and prayerful thanksgiving for their progress so far, he urges them to keep focus on the hope held out before them as a sure way of enduring upcoming trials. He didn't say you weren't going to have any trials. He didn't say you weren't going to go anything. But when you go through things, just know that go through things in peace. You can go through things being prepared, and that's why it's important to always stay in the word. And so I'm sharing what I just shared to you came from Colossians 2:21 through 23. So I just want to read that part of the scripture so that you can take this from the word and not from what I'm just saying. It says, do not handle this, and this is the amplified version, y'all. It says, do not handle this, do not taste that, do not even touch them, referring to things all of which perish with being used. To do this is to follow human precepts and doctrines. That's the key right there. Following human precepts and doctrines. I'm always telling people when they, say that they've been diagnosed with this or they have this or, the Star said, like, who created that? It's always important for you to know and understand who created a doctrine, a diagnosis, or something that you're following. Go back and search who created that, and then ask yourself, is that person the person to decide what you have, who you're going to become, or what you're going to do? It's always be, have, and do. Do you give that person permission to dictate your life, right? And in 23 it says, such practices have indeed the outward appearance that popular passes for wisdom in promoting self-imposed rigor of devotion and delight in self-humiliation and severity of discipline of the body, but they are of no value in checking the indulgence of the flesh, the lower nature. See, the flesh is the lower nature. When you operate from your feelings, you're operating from that lower nature of yourself. Instead, they do not honor God, but serve only to indulge the flesh. So as I always say, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. See, ideologies can shape and control your behavior if you let them. It's, somebody's way of doing something can become your way without you even knowing it. This is how things get passed down from generation to generation to generation. You have to begin to question everything, right? And make sure that it's coming from God, from your faith, and from your belief. If you look at the power of ideologies to shape and control behavior, it you can't underestimate it because it's happened. Because if you look at history and the idea that certain people are holding true to particular creeds has resulted in some horrific acts of violence and destruction, and they do it and they carry it out in the name of Jesus. And I'll give you some examples. We're talking about the mass killings during Christian inquisitions and crusades, while genocides against the Jews during World War II. It was also perpetrated by misguided views and teaching fed by an ideology. And even like we had the insurrection here lately, that was the views of some that now, unfortunately, people who bought into that and had no idea what they were buying into are going to be facing time in prison for that. So don't let people lead you down a dark path that goes to nowhere. Always go in. Everything you need is within you. The God you to where you want to go. So it's essential, y'all, that we address the issue and recognize that ideas have a massive capacity to cause havoc in our world. And you might be thinking, well, what does this have to do with business? Everything. Because God said you cannot serve two masters. You can't serve money or you can't serve him. So you have to get your mind right. So this is what Thursdays are about, helping you get your mind right so you can get your mission right, your motives right, your money right, your life right, so that you can have the life that you were born to have. Because there is destructive ideology out there. Hitler had an extreme, powerful, and destructive ideology. Many years, decades later, we're still talking about this. He believed that God had chosen him to restore the Roman Empire. He forged this idea into something malicious, believing that Jews were obstructing the mission and therefore need to be eliminated. Like, this was his viewpoint. And we're still talking about it to this day, and there are still copycats. And this viewpoint ultimately led to the death of 6 million people in concentration camps. And bin Laden also had a dangerous idea that when he claimed he was defending his God by killing others who did not share that same belief. So who is next? Whose ideal is next that will change the face of this world as we know it? And these examples that I'm sharing with you, it clearly demonstrates how powerful an ideal can be, with some even capable of destroying the world. So you have to be on guard at all times to know that that idea that you buy into or the idea that you create have the power to either uplift lives or destroy lives. And the ideals will always outlive people, right? The idea of kingdom business ideology is that ideas outlive people, unlike their physical presence. I'm talking to you about dead people who are still ruling parts of this world, right? With their idea and their thoughts and what they have. And that's, man, you got to look at these things and understand these things. See, this is known as martyrdom, where killing someone gives validity and honor to those ideas. An example of this is how terrorists has grown since Osama bin Laden's death. Like, things are constantly happening. Things will always be happening, but they don't have to happen to you when you understand what we're talking about here. When you get the understanding of what the words say, and you don't let other people's ideas dictate your life. To sum it up, y'all, the concept states that ideas can never be destroyed. Let me repeat that. Ideas can never be destroyed and can only be exchanged or adapted. And that's where marketing comes into play. It's like the marketing, when they get it out there, when they get the information and they make you believe what they're saying is true. And if you accept that without evaluating and finding out what's really true, you can live a life That's not real. That's not yours. That's not your purpose. See, ideas change the world, and we want we want to help you to take the idea that you have for a business and let that be the idea that changed the world. That idea that you have for a mission that you're on, let that be the idea that changed the world. See, the world has seen a lot of changes in the past few decades. Some of them positive, some of them negative. For companies, this means adapting to this new reality with innovative ideas and ideologies. And as we have another business called Ice Fit Studio. So as we're building that, we're looking at all of the ideas of the past, the present, and then developing those into something that no one has ever seen. So everything is forever evolving. So you always have to have, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. And the way you renew your mind is through your thoughts, through what you write, what you hear, what you see, what you say, what you think, what you meditate on, what you believe in, your philosophy and your ideology. Those are the ways that these business models have become catalysts for progress and growth, as well as game changers. They transform the way companies operate. If you look at, and I'm going to talk about some of those companies as we go forward, and some of the ones that you can look at. But what came to mind, and I think I did a talk on it probably last month or so, of how Walmart wasn't adapting to what Amazon had did online, and then they hired someone in who was ready to adapt, and it completely changed the way they do business, and they became number one again in terms of business because of the massive amount of people that they had coming into them, and they took their online game and they brought it up to a whole new level. So that's important for you to also be willing to adapt and change as you come and grow through your business journey. What I did 30 years ago when I first started business does not work the same today, because back then it was about my neighborhood as we spread it around, and you couldn't come on and have everyone around the world see you at a press of a button. Kingdom business ideology is one such change-making idea that has a tremendous impact on business models worldwide. And this is why we say ideals will change the world. But when you emphasize love and respect for people, an unbending commitment to truth and excellence, it has reshaped the business landscape in innumerable ways for creating new opportunities for employees to provide groundbreaking service. So are you operating from love? Are you operating from respect? Do you have a commitment for truth and excellence? Are you looking to reshape something? Or are you just looking to make some money? See, all of these things will provide new opportunities to you that you may have not fathomed. Is this kind of concept thinking that has revolutionized how we do business today and how we want to help you. So I want to share 10 company ideas that changed the world. As I share these, just grab a pen and paper, take down some of the notes from what they did, and ask yourself how you can implement them into your business and what you do. See, Netflix, you all know that symbol of Netflix, right? It is the undisputed ruler of entertainment streaming. Its logo and signature, ta-dam, sounds make it instantly recognizable. Even the little kids, I have a 1 and 2 year old great nephews, and they recognize that ta-dam. They know what's coming after that. See, they're the undisputed ruler. Are you getting into business to become the undisputed ruler in your niche in what you are wanting to be known as? See, they once were known for a mail order DVD rental. Once was known for. So how you start is not how you finish. You just have to be willing to adapt and grow and always stay innovative and tap into what was given to you so that it can come out and change the world. Once known for their mail order DVD rentals, Netflix has revolutionized how we watch TV and movies. The company has its own original film series and documentaries. They have set a new standard in the industry. Is success an example of what can be achieved when a strong kingdom business ideology utilize its marketing dominance to remain at the forefront of the entertainment industry? So if you look at that, you got to say, how can I be undisputed, revolutionize, and be the new standard and have market dominance? Those are the key things that you want to take from Netflix. Let's look at Facebook. They were born from a Harvard dorm room project. It was a dorm room project, and even the Mark Zuckerberg didn't even finish college. He dropped out, right? So it's not college that's going to make you. It's that idea and how you implement that will make you and change your life. Facebook has grown to become an incredible, powerful platform used by over 900 million people around the world. So powerful platform, right? Mark Zuckerberg initial goal. So do you notice this? Like the companies that I'm gonna mention, their initial goal. So you may start out with one goal was to improve communication on college campus, but it didn't take long for Facebook to find its way into nearly every household. So don't get stuck in what you originally started for. Allow yourself to evolve. Today, the company is not only a means of connecting people, but also function as a marketplace, a dating site, news source, and more. And although the company has come under scrutiny for issues with data privacy, this hasn't stopped them from continuing to be at the forefront of today's tech industry. And as I'm saying this and sharing this, again, I'm writing my little notes for myself as I go, like dating site, right? Because the businesses that we're creating, that's something that we talked about. You start one way and you just branch that out, right? The future of Facebook is filled with great potential, from potential to have its own currency. Its own currency, y'all. See, you see what we're talking about? Its own currency. And also money transfer, to even creating his own metaverse, leading many social media platforms since, and inspiring many more to come. Are you going to be the one who's going to be inspiring others to do something great from that idea that was given to you and inspired to you from God, and then you actually utilize it? Go back to Genesis. He told us to have dominion, to multiply, and to have things grow. That's what we were here for, right? With this far-reaching kingdom business ideology and disruptiveness in digital innovation. Digital innovation is what they're known for, right? Facebook continues to be an amazing technology that is changing our world as we know it. Y'all are probably watching right here on Facebook. Google. Google is another one of the companies that changed the world. Google amazing journey began in 1996 with its founding mission of creating a search engine that could give people the information they need. Like, that was their mission. We want a search engine that people can go in and get information they need. And listen, I love Google. This has saved you trips to go to the library, signing out a book, getting in your car, no matter, not finishing and needing to get that book. Like, it has changed the world as we know it. It says Google now provides powerful tools and services used by people around the world for Google Drive, Google Meet, an array of applications for businesses like Uber and Lyft. It is changing lives. Like Google reviews, we use it when we're placing people with our iFit studio. In addition, it also offers global impact, such as the Google Images, Google Weather, Maps, Earth, and Lenses. Since its inception, the ideology implemented by Google has completely revolutionized human interaction with technology. It was their ideology. It was their idea. And that's what you have to begin with when you're starting a business. What is your idea? And then allow that idea to grow. This company made it easier for people to access information online, allowing multiple searches on a single tab, which changed a lot about how we do business today and made the internet look user-friendly. Even your 90-year-old grandma can use Google. Another one is YouTube. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And all because of this technology that we're talking about. YouTube has revolutionized the way we express ourselves and has become a major platform for religion, entertainment, education, and politics. YouTube is one of those channels. It's like a how-to channel. You go there to find information on how to do stuff, or to be entertained, or to hear something. And it, like Justin Bieber gained massive popularity and back in the late 2000s. And that's just an example of how YouTube can change your life and find new talent with improved algorithm recommendations over time. Becoming a YouTuber is now considered a viable career option. You can be a YouTuber. People who embrace this business ideology have also been able to use YouTube as a source to generate income and build their own business. I'll put, when I have this on YouTube here, people will go to my site from YouTube, and there's, stuff that you put behind all the different algorithms and all of that, and links that you put so that you'll know where your traffic is coming from. So YouTube is huge out there, right? So revolutionize Apple. I'm on an Apple computer. I'm on an iPhone as we speak. Apple business ideology is revolutionary. You always hear ideology, revolutionary, revolutionary. So that, like, put that word up in around your office, on your in your car, wherever you need to put it up, so you can constantly be thinking, am I revolutionizing what's already here? From creating the iPhone on the Mac, the iPad, and the iPod, this company has changed the world with this unique products. And they don't have a lot of products. I think they have about 5 products, right? You don't have to do something great what you have. Led by founder Steve Jobs, along with his partners, Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne, Apple has always taken a different approach from other computer companies. Instead of using Windows operating systems like many other companies, Apple chose to build its own operating system from the ground up. This decision has kept them ahead of the pack in innovation for years to come. So you might be that person working for that company, and they're not taking your idea like they did, with Dell. Go create your own. Go create your own. If you look at the word work, we're put here to work the resources that God worked the garden, work the resources that God gave us. And this is the way that you work. So maybe you got a job right now and you can't do, that's your job. That is different from work. Work requires ideas, this ideology, working from within instead of from without. That's the whole key thing. Our ideas coming from within. When you look at Apple, when mobile phones took center stage in tech innovation, Apple released their most iconic product yet, the iPhone, and replacing competitors like BlackBerry and taking over as the leader of smartphone technology. I remember those times. I remember when we had the little small phone, the flip phones, and they all came in. I remember we had the BlackBerry and the two-wayer, and now everybody either has an iPhone or not an iPhone, right? Yeah. So iPhone or not iPhone. So whichever one works for you. And the iPhone combines practically everything a person needs in one device that fits into one hand, such as the phone. You got your phone, you got your music player, your iPad, your message device, a camera, a gaming console. I was just talking to my nephew about that as we open our med spa. I'm like, we're going to need a lot of pictures and videos. And he was like, well, I don't have any more of my equipment. I'm like, you got a phone, right? That's all you need nowadays, because these phones take better pictures than some of these cameras that they have, because they haven't updated. They haven't kept up with the time. And you can just pull out your iPhone and take that snapshot or take that photo, and you don't have to worry about having these other devices. See, this game-changing product pushed Apple ahead of the competition. So what is game-changing about what you want to do? Don't think it, and don't wait to get there. Start where you're at and then allow yourself to be forever evolving. And that's why, like, we have Follow-Up Friday, where you'll sit down and you'll talk about all the ideas that you have. And this is the key, guys, when you have ideas and when you have your team, never poo-poo an idea. Always allow everyone idea to be heard. Because when you allow those ideals to be heard, then you're able to grow. You don't know what you don't know. So when someone else brings an idea to the table, you have to listen to it, break it down, and see if it makes sense. And you might be the only one around the table that don't agree because of your exposure and experience. So you have to go do your research before you say no. That is important as you build your business. And when you look at their device, of having all of that, is a game changer. It has sleek designs, a secure system, proving them right time after time with their customers eagerly, okay, standing in line for their latest release. They don't even have to convince them anymore. If an update is coming, people are in line ready to buy that update. Don't you want that to be the same way for the product that you want to create, or the technology, or the service? People are, you don't even have to convince them to do it. They want to do it because of the value that they have gotten. The other one we're going to talk about is Amazon. Jeff Bezos' first aim to establish Amazon was a humble one. He only envisioned it serving as a bookstore. Who would ever thought it, right? Only as a bookstore, but he followed his bold intuition. You hear that? He followed not just his intuition, his bold intuition. And he expanded that in business to include CD, software, hardware, and video as well. Then came free shipping on qualified orders, a move that changed the online game drastically. And Amazon makes shopping uncomplicated and almost palatable, delivering goods personally with just a few clicks. So you got to look at your system. Is it complicated? Is it uncomplicated? How can people get through it? And unsurprisingly, it wasn't a surprise, y'all. It grew into an incredible, successful enterprise, which made the founder one of the wealthiest men in the world over time. And Amazon completely, here we go with that word again, revolutionized customers' expectation to prioritize convenience other companies had left behind, and left them behind with no choice but to follow suit. See, you're a leader, not a follower. People should be following you. My dad always told me that. He's like, you don't follow the crowd, you lead the crowd. Whatever you do, you have to become a leader. Another company we can talk about is Ford. Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motors, had a vision for car manufacturers that focus on efficiency and affordability. You see, his focus in the beginning was efficiency and affordability. Before Ford's involvement with cars were all custom made by different builders in different shops with parts that were inconsistent in quality, in an operation that was too complex and slow to produce affordable vehicles. It was only available for the wealthy. To solve this problem, he developed a manufacturing and assembly plant that could create large numbers of identical cars with consistent parts in record time. This new production process enabled the company to manufacture 1.2 million Ford Model Ts in just 1 year. His business ideology revolutionized automobile manufacturing and made cars accessible to the general public as never before. See that? Accessible, revolutionize. What are you doing to follow suit? We look at Microsoft, and when you look at the tech behemoth and the changes and how they change and brought in their business ideology led by legendary Bill Gates, Microsoft changed the way we think about computers and completely revolutionized not just the personal computer market, but cloud storage, software and operating systems, social media platforms such as LinkedIn, even video games through Xbox. See, this ideology allowed Microsoft to become one of the most valuable corporations in human history and made Gates one of the wealthiest people on the planet for a record amount of time until Jeff Bezos dethroned him in 2017. Ideas. Are you taking on your ideas? Are you living for those ideas? And Tata, now when I was doing the research, I hadn't even heard of this company before, right? But the Tata Group is the shining example of what the kingdom business ideology should be. It's about ethics, service, and innovation. And see, that's the key. So many people want to be known. So many people want their name known. They want to shine bright in the lights that they forget what the main purpose is. See, they had ethics, they had service, and they had innovation. Are those three things in the business that you want to create online? And this is an Indian-based company. They employ more people than Toyota, Coca-Cola, Facebook, and Google combined. And they have a significantly contributed to the growth in India, as well as invested in telecommunication by owning the world's largest subsea fiber cable network. And see, this is what I love about it. This is like true kingdom business here. Not only that, but they donate between 40 to 60% of their profits to charity and philanthropic ventures. That's what you're in business for, to give back, to make this world better, to leave your mark. With a portfolio of vehicles, radio, satellite communication devices, still, and more, it is easy to see how their investment makes our modern world a reality. And the Tata Group is an inspiring success story showing us how business can prioritize people, okay, the environment, and sustainably over profit, that they're just giving back 40 to 60% of that profit to make the lives of the people around them better. Like, bravo to Tata. Like, bravo, bravo, bravo to them. And then we're going to end it with Tesla. Tesla is a revolutionary company in the automotive industry due to its groundbreaking innovations. So are you going to have some groundbreaking innovations? What are you going to do that's going to set you aside from everyone else? It not only produces electric cars, but also self-driving vehicles, both of which had an incredible impact on transportation and the environment. Customers have an immense amount of freedom when it comes to ordering their Tesla car, from customizing the vehicle to buying directly from the source and avoiding third-party dealership. Moreover, with features like autopilot mode and many safety features, Teslas can prioritize safety while also reducing emission and helping decrease pollution levels. Thus, Tesla represents a modern kingdom business ideology by addressing global issues through efficient solutions. See, global issues have dominion over this world. Maintain it. God didn't give us the chair, He gave us the tree, right? And you had to turn it into the chair. So you got to look at all of these ideas, and you have to understand what true wealth is. And I'm going to talk to you as we end here, and we're going to bring that from Luke 16. It says, Jesus said to his followers, once there was a rich man. He hired a manager to take care of his business. Later, he learned that his manager was cheating him. So he called the manager in and said to him, I have heard bad things about you. Give me a report of what you have done with my money. You can't be my manager anymore. So the manager thought to himself, what will I do? My master is taking my job away from me, and I'm not strong enough to dig dishes, and I'm too proud to beg. I know what I will do. I will do something to make friends. So then when I lose my job, they will come and welcome me into the homes. So the manager called, and each person owed the master some money. He asked the first one, how much do you owe my master? He answered, I owe him 100 jars of olive oil. The manager said to him, here's your bill. Hurry, sit down and make the bill less. Then the manager asked another one, how much do you owe my master? He answered, I owe him 100 measures of wheat. Then the manager said to him, here's your bill. You can make it less. Write 80 measures. Later, the master told the dishonest manager that he had done a smart thing. What? Wait, he made he changed the bills and he said he did a smart thing. Here's the ticket right here. Here's the key. It says, yes, worldly people are smarter in their business with each other than spiritual people are. There's the lesson there. Don't be so spiritually spiritual that you're not any worldly good, or you lose your smartness because you think, because of the grace that God gave you for you saving your life, that you don't have to work, you don't have to do, and you don't have to think. You can just have things happen. No, he said, yes, worldly people are smarter in their business with each other than spiritual people are. And that's not the way it should be, right? We as kingdom citizens should be working together to helping changes happen and to be those innovators that I just shared with you from those 10 companies. It goes on to say in Luke 16 and verse 9, I tell you, use the worldly things that you have now to make friends for later. Then when those things are gone, you will be welcomed into a home that lasts forever. Whoever can be trusted with small things can also be trusted with big things. Whoever is dishonest in little things will be dishonest in big things too. If you cannot be trusted with worldly riches, you will not be trusted with the true riches. And if you cannot be trusted with the things that belong to someone else, so that means if you're on your job or you're taking advantage of someone else's stuff, you will not be given anything on your own. So you might be wondering why you can't check yourself before you wreck yourself. Go back and read Luke 16 and you can get your answers to a lot of problems and challenges that you may have. You cannot serve two masters at the same time. You will hate one master and love the other, or you'll be loyal to one and not care about the other. You cannot serve, okay, God and money at the same time. So go back to what was the name of that company? Tata, all right, who does the ethics, the service, and the innovation and give away a lot of the money. Go back to those philosophies. Go back to the philosophies of what they talked about and how they do it, and then give away 40 to 60% of your money. Treat people the right way. Do the right thing by people. Use your gift that you were given to serve other people, and so that it will help them to grow. Romans 12:6-8 says, having gifts that differ according to the grace given to us, let us use them. If prophecy, in the portion to our faith; if service, in our serving; the one who teaches, in his teaching; the one who exhorts, in his exhortation; the one who contributes, in generosity; the one who leads, with zeal; and the one who does acts of mercy, with cheerfulness. So whatever your gift is, whatever you were doing, whatever you have, use it to the best of your ability, and use it following the kingdom business ideology. It is a unique perspective on life, on purpose, and business, geared towards restoring the kingdom and the ideology that Jesus had for us at the beginning. And this ideology steers away from past forms of government and popular philosophies, instead placing its focus on the power of God's kingdom, and that's it. So through these kingdom workshop series that you tune into each and every Thursday, you're going to discover how to take the biblical principles, the Bible, and use those to build your businesses along the way. We're going to share with you how to tap into the power of the kingdom that resides within us, okay? Within us. And those where those ideas come from, within us, and how to use your gifts and your talents wisely so that you can accomplish your goals, and how religion alone, okay? Religion alone can never fulfill our deepest desires or help us face today's challenges. And even when you go read in the word, Jesus was against religion. All right. So you got to go see when religion started. That was not what he was here for. He was against the religion, the Pharisees and scribes and all of that stuff back in the day. So in restoring the kingdom, you will gain access to a one-of-a-kind wisdom that has yet to be seen or talked about. So make sure that you join us next week as we continue on with the series of our Kingdom Business series on Thursdays. And guys, if you need help in growing your business, let us help you put together a strategy to start or grow your business so that you can live out your dream and your vision. You can go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/call to book a strategy session with us, and we can walk you through what you need to do in order to make that happen. You know, also go online and join our Genesis Digital Academy. That's at BibleBusinessAcademy.com Genesis. You can get started there. And in addition to learning how to launch a business, you're also going to gain valuable skills such as marketing, sales, and leadership, and so much more. This program right here is ideal for anyone who wants to start their own business, whether they're looking to earn extra income or simply want to work from home. So book that strategy session. If you have questions, you can go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com/call or call us at 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ, 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ. When you get over there, you're going to see our calendar. So you just go ahead and pick out your day and time, and then it's going to ask you a series of questions so that we can have some information about you. When we get together, we'll be ready to talk to you and be able to help you out with what you need to know. Oops, Instagram. Sorry about that. We lost you. Let me get you back up here. My 1 o'clock alarm went off there. All right. So my name is Cathy McReynolds. So I'm proud of you if you made it this far. It takes courage to step out on faith and become who you really are, no matter which part you choose. I'm here to support you 100%. You can definitely count on that. And I said, if you stick around to the end, we're going to tell you about a gift that awaits you. We have our swag box is what we call it, or our shock and awe box, and inside of it you'll get things like, the nice water bottles. Well, we don't know what's in it, just great things are going to be in it, along with some training that you can use right away. So if you have any questions for us, you want to go ahead and you can put those in now. If you're watching this during the replay, go ahead and put your questions in and they will pop back up to us. So for more information, guys, you can call or text 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ or email us if you like to communicate by email at info@CathyMcReynolds.com, or you can just go to BibleBusinessAcademy.com and sign up for Genesis Digital Academy so that we can help you build your business or your ministry around your gift or expertise. Book that strategy sessions. You got calls, you're still here, and you're trying to figure out, should you do this? Is this for you? Listen, when you leave this strategy session, it's about 40 to 45-minute strategy session. We're going to make sure that we leave you better than you showed up so that we can help you with that. Or you can just call or text us at 1-833-BIBLE-BIZ. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to go back over to the screen and see if there are any questions that you all may have. Let me know also in the comments what you got out today. What was any aha moments that you have? And let me see if there's any chats or anything on there. All right, so we got Melvin Carter. What's up, Melvin, from the DTM? Damn, yes. Well, we're glad to have you on here today. I don't see. Oh, Malachi. What's up, Malachi? How are you? Let me see if we have any other comments on here. All right, y'all. Well, I don't see anything else, so I appreciate y'all. Look forward to talking to you. Have a blessed and wonderful day, and we shall talk to you later. Bye-bye. Have a good day.